Okay. Now, to just go, I need to go back to the audience. I'm trying to find out that, now, does this present system as it is exclude, you from people, exclude people without financial muscle from participating in elections, from running for elective positions? So, okay. Could you tell us your name first?
Hey, Larry. And yes, it does exclude a lot of young people from participating. But what I think that we should be doing now as young people is that we should be organizing, essentially, organizing for what we want to do, organizing to bypass the status quo so that we can achieve more. Because the truth is that we can't beat them at this. It is impossible for any young person to have the capacity, financial capacity to compete with these people. So what we need to do now is to look for ways to do the hard and smart work to ensure that we get people on our side and actually find other means of coming together and collaborating for the change we want. So, yeah.
Okay. That's it, right? Anybody else? Yeah, okay, after her. Okay. Your name, please.
My name is Nike Oni, and I represent a civil society group tagged Let's Get Involved. So for me, I don't think it's a no. You can, even if you don't have the finance professionals to say that, why don't you bring your little 500, your little 1,000, hold us accountable, and then we would be an independent voice rather than waiting for the godfathers to take ownership of all, hijack that position when we get into government. So I would say that, yes, financing is possible for those who don't have the finances. Thank you.
Okay. Do you think it is a realistic plan, what she just said? Your name, please.
Okay. My name is Michael Jude from the Rebuild Nigeria Party, publicity and director. I would say to distinguish between reality and idealism, there are two concepts on ground in Nigeria. We may be talking from the perspective and the spectrum of understanding what we are saying. But when you go out there, the people you interact with, the Okada guys who will go to vote, the taxi drivers who will go to vote, the bus drivers who will go to vote, the civil servants who will go to vote, do not understand the real concept of liberal democracy. That at a point that we've gotten to, we've actually lost it completely, because your choice is gone with the little money you are given. Your power is gone with the little money you are given. Sovereignty of the people, particularly, is gone completely. So until we begin, institutions, the CSOs, begin to talk to people who are out there, who actually go out to cast their vote. We saw the videos from Kano, even if it was denied by INEC, where children of 10-year-old were asked to vote, and they were casting this vote. We saw the video on social media.
I'm sure and has something to say about it. INEC has denied that.
And it was denied, fine. Yes, but then, what knowledge does that child have, and the understanding of what he's involved in is a question we need to ask ourselves. So we need to go into ourselves as Nigerians to unlearn what we've learned over the years. Just like Honorable said, that many years ago, when he said he paid 20 naira to enter into the 20 kobo.
What year was that? Can you remember what year that was?
Yeah, that was 1979, 1980.
Today, the reverse is the case. You go there to collect money. You don't pay to enter into the arena. So we've actually lost it completely. I think that is the challenge that we have.
Okay, so we have to take a quick break, but please don't go away. Welcome back to The Call, coming to you live from Channels Television Studio in Abuja. Now, I have just a few more minutes before we end this program, so let's make this quick. We're looking at solutions, practical solutions to these problems. I'll start with you from INEC.
I think one of the ways we can do is to strengthen the processes of election, strengthen the secrecy of the ballot, so that the electorate knows that the choice is his. Even when they give you money, the choice is yours. Once you enter the polling unit, the choice is yours. You don't have to vote somebody's conscience. You vote your own conscience. So the process by which polling units are set up will be strengthened so that the voter has that secrecy. Now, the question he raised about somebody snapping his ballot paper. Now, I don't know how we can deal with that one, even if you provide the secrecy of the ballot. So, but that's one way to strengthen the system.
Okay. Mr. Bashir, solutions?
Well, you see, laws are good, but at the point whereby we have to rely on the law before we can do the right thing, at that point, things have become broken. I think as Nigerians, we have this transactional attitude to everything. We pay money for our children to pass exams. We go to the hospital. We want to see the consultant, before he comes out and pay for what we don't deserve. So this transactional attitude to everything in Nigeria is beyond just politics. It's an attitudinal issue. And at my age, when I was 19, I never thought Nigeria would be like this. Because at 19, our aspiration at that time was to grow. We were looking at people in South Africa that were fighting for the freedom of their country. We were saying, when can we go there and join them to fight? In Nigeria, young people don't think that way. I met leaders of National Youth Council of Nigeria during an election season. And one of them in our interaction was telling me that in the process of this campaign, he had lost 4 cars.
Mr.
So
Bashir,
I said, why did you get 4 cars?
We're running out of time. I need to go to Mr. Nibinde. Solutions going forward.
For me, institutions, put it on institutions. And everybody has to accept where exactly is my own role in the whole space. Police, intelligence agencies, INEC. Because when the norms have failed, what we have to resort to are the laws, And we have to come back to the Nigerian police. Does the Nigerian police see itself as an independent entity during an election period? So strengthen them to be able to apprehend people, arrest people. We engage in vote buying and things like that. INEC, what's INEC going to do? And also in the whole broader space has to do about state-assisted theft. We need to also put an eye on how do we enforce transparency and build up more institutions to ensure that people can just inflate contracts or put hands in public till and use that to fund elections.
Mrs. Yusuf. Mrs. Hassan.
Okay, for me, I think my message will go to the young people. Importantly, branding is very, very key. Be known for something, stand for something. Let you be identifiable. Then have a message. What is your message? What are you selling? What are you putting out there? What is it? These people are talking more about lumpen politics. You are coming with strong messages. Then do door-to-door campaign, because either you like it or not, we all have social capital that we can rely on. And we all have a constituency that we are talking about. Dorothy gave us a good example. She's a woman, she's a young woman, she's a woman with disability. All these are constituency, and she belongs to one category. We have to go, we have to start doing. We must not be self-defeatist. And when we do not join them, the process starts one day. We build it, because this is about a society. It is about changing society. It's not just about laws, because laws in book without action actually means nothing. And of course, INEC, they also have to build their capacity in terms of enforcing some of these frameworks that are already existing.
Okay. Well, this has been a very interesting, conversation, but we've run out of time. Before I go, I say a very big thank you to the panel, to the studio audience, and everyone watching us at home. Please do not forget to join us for the next edition of The Core on Wednesday, September the 5th. I'm Linda Akibe. Have a lovely evening.